are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hi guys, it's Melody Lane. Welcome to my planner series. So many people ask me to make stickers, so I'm going to show you a few different ways to make the stickers. I've made these, but these are hollow. Like, I don't know if you can see, maybe if I zoom in. See, you can see the line through it. These are, I cleaned them up when I uploaded them, so they're totally hollow. So that F will cut out. And like the P, you can see how you can see through them. I'm cutting these out with my purple foil vinyl. They don't really call it vinyl, but it's kind of like vinyl. It's the purple stuff. I used it in the front of my book, and I'm gonna do a week that is purple and silver, so I thought these would be good. So these you do have to weed out, and I will show you how to do that too. These I just found from the internet. So let's go to the internet. I'm just going to type in social logos. You could say social icons also, and click on images. Let's try this one. I chose the round one. Let's go back. Let's do a Facebook logo. But you can do this for anyone. Oh, let's get a transparent background. It's just easier. I like them all to match. Like I used the ones with circles that were like in a circle like this. And the bigger F is better because you're going to make these so small. And also the bigger the image, the better it will also be. I'm going to go with this one here. It is not a transparent background, is it? No. It is transparent around here. So that must be why it says that. So I'm going to click the right button on my mouse. And I'm going to click Save Image. And I'm going to save that. Save. So it goes down here to my download folder. So I'm going to go back to Cricut Design Space and I'm going to go to Upload Image. I think I've shown this in my video, The Complete Guide to Cricut Design Space. But if you haven't seen that video, okay, so I'm going over here to my download folder. Okay, here's one. That may have older dates on it because these dates are when it was created, not when you downloaded it. So let's take that one. I don't think it's the same one because it's not clear here. But that's okay. And with this, it doesn't matter which one of these you do. Hit continue. This isn't the right one I just did, but I have lots of these on my computer. So let's go ahead and erase this. This is how the other one would have came because I had a clear background. So when you see this checkerboard, that means it's transparent. There's nothing there. But I also want this F to cut out. Otherwise, we're just getting a circle. So we're going to click on the F with the magic wand. It takes out everything of that color. And hit continue. And this will save it as a print and cut image. We don't want to print it, but I don't want to print it. So let's just click here. We can always save it to print later. And then here it is here. We're going to select that and bring it in. And here it is. So now it's a little big. We need to bring it down. We can go to the edit panel and see what it is. Let's see what the other circle is. Go back to edit. It's 40.48 inches. And so let's click this one. It's 0.47 inches. So we can just drag it a little bigger, or you can just change the numbers here. Now, if we want it the same color, we click sync, and then we can just drag it down to get it to be the same color. And there we go. We got another one. So I did the same thing with all of these. Like for the envelope, I just looked up mail and found an envelope. Now, if I want to do print and cut, let me save this. Yes, I want to save. So now I'm going to make another file with print and cut. So I'm going to click File, and I'm going to go ahead and do Save As and get this out of the way so I don't forget to go to Save As. Otherwise, it's going to go over this file. It cannot be shared. When you upload an image like this, it cannot be shared. So that's all it's letting you know. And we're going to go to Social Logos Printables. And click Save. Right now, those two files look exactly the same. But let's go ahead and line these up. First, let me line these up. So I'm going to drag a box around them, and we're going to align them. We're going to center vertically so they're all straight together like that. And then I'm going to distribute horizontally so they're all evenly spaced apart. And I'm going to do the same thing with these. Center vertically, distribute horizontally. When you go to the mat, let me show you what happens. That's not how we had them on the mat. So if you want to keep them on the mat in a certain way, let's go back to designing. You can select them all. And you know they're all selected by the light blue color here. And because there's a box around them all, click attach. Now when you move them, they all go together. And when you hit go, see, they're all right there. Oops, don't hit go, we're not cutting yet. And let's line these up. They're not even. So we're going to center vertically and distribute horizontally. Okay, now let me show you something else. If you wanted to make like check boxes or something, let's just go ahead and do that. Now you can make these any color, any size. I'll just make them light purple for now. And I'm going to duplicate it. Now remember, these are not printable yet, but you can line the other ones up that way however you want. Okay, now I want these to be checkbox and I want them even in line. So we are going to center horizontally this time. Because they're vertically, we're going to center horizontally. So you want to do the opposite. See how that put them in line? And then we want to distribute vertically. See how it separated them? Let's undo. Let's mess them up a little more so you can see it better. Okay, so because they're vertically, we're going to center horizontally and distribute vertically. Say we want to print these. I'm actually going to detach. Now if I make this print, let's change this one to print. What's going to happen is it's going to print and then it's going to cut it out also. Everything it's going to cut out. That's not what we want. We need to flatten it to something. So if you want these circles to cut out, we need to flatten it to a circle or a shape or anything you want. So let's go up here. I'm just going to change that to white. Maybe I'll change it to this color just to show you so you can see it better. And we're going to edit this. I think most of these are 0.48. Is that what they were? And I'm going to send it to the back. And we're going to zoom in. You actually could make that back one smaller. So it's smaller so it won't show on the outside. If you want to show it on the outside, that's up to you. You can make the stickers any way you want. So I'm going to put a box around them both. And we're going to go over here. And we're going to click Flatten. Flatten will turn them both to print and on top of each other. So let's click Flatten. It's going to print this all out. And it's going to cut around the circle. It will not cut in here. This one, it will cut in here because it's not flattened to anything. It's blank there, as you can see the lines through it. So we have to flatten it to something. Now, I don't want that color behind it, so I'm going to undo that. But let me show you again. Let me do it again so I can show you flatten. Now look over here. It says flatten set. It has this. It knows it's going to be flattened. So then you could print and cut this on sticker paper or printable vinyl or just paper and run it through a Xyron machine to turn it into a sticker. So now you will have to do that on all of these. I'm just going to do it really fast. I'm going to change that back to white and I'm going to duplicate it a lot. Okay guys, sorry, I'm breaking in. I was in the middle of editing and I didn't like the way I showed you how to do it. There's a faster way. So I'm cutting it all out and throwing this in just to show you, so it's much quicker. Okay, we have our squares here. You will see what this gray square here is more at the end of the video because I edited that a little also. So here's my squares that will go in here. I'm going to show you a few ways to do this to save you time. Let's do the Facebook one first. So I'm going to drag it over here and I'm going to show you just as I did before, move it to the back. So now we have that. And to make that print, we select them both. So they're both selected. Okay, there's the Facebook one is selected, and here's the circle one selected. So I know there's 2 layers selected, and I'm going to click flatten. So now we have this one, and instead of first making all of the Facebook circles and then adding all these underneath, it's much faster to make one and then go over here to duplicate. So we're done with those now. Let's line them up. And then to line them up, I know I showed you this, but I might as well show you again. Align top and distribute horizontally, which you can also center horizontally or whatever, but if I click align top, they're all lined up. They're all even. Okay, now let me show you something else. If you want to do all these that are different and put these in, instead of putting them in all each and clicking go to back, I'm going to put them over here. And these are off center because I'm trying to cover up the little parts behind them because this G is not in the center. So I want to cover up those parts. Okay, and then the Twitter. Okay, so now I have all these. I don't want to click here and go back and click send to back, send to back. That's the part I cut out. So I'm going to select this white circle selected. I'm going to hit my command key, or I think it's the shift key or control key on a PC. And then I'm going to click this dot, then this one, then this one. I'm going to attach all of these, select them, then arrange, then move to back. There we go. Arrange these before. So let's go back. Okay, so we want to arrange these so they're perfectly how we want them. So we're going to click align, and we can do center vertically and distribute horizontally. That's how we want to keep them. Okay, now we can take these and put them over our circles again where we want them. I want this to go down at the bottom to cover up the P and there. So now select one and hit Command, Shift, or Control. They're all selected. Click Attach. Now we want to select them and click Arrange and move to back. Now we can select them all and click Flatten. And now we can move them as one. So if we want more of all of them, we can hit Duplicate. Line them up how we want. So that's how you stick these into the back. And then you use a square here. I'll be showing you that in a second. Okay, now I have all of these circles behind them, but they're not set to print yet. I'm going to go ahead and select them all and flatten them together. Now it shows here all of these on the flattened set. Let's hit go and see what happens. So now it leaves them in the same way I put them on the mat because I selected them all to be flattened together. So you don't have to attach them if you're going to be printing them. You just have to flatten them. Now here I would want to put a square behind it or a rectangle. Select the square. And let's make this white. Again, you could choose another color, any color you want. We're going to click the lock so we can make it a rectangle. And put it right there. That looks like it'll be okay. Let's zoom in. Yep, I think so. So we like that size. We're going to add some more. So we're going to click duplicate 4 more times. Arrange it to the back, arrange it to the back. Okay, now I'm going to select these. Zoom out a little. And I'm going to flatten all these. Now let's say I want to change the color of these because my next layout is not going to be purple. So I'm going to click these and I'm going to unflatten. So now they're all separate again. The white squares are here. They're all set to print all too. Let me show you what happens if we go to hit go with them not flattened together. Okay, you can't see it very well, but there are white squares here to be printed and they'll be cut out. So let's go back and let's change the color. So we can just click over here and we can change it to any color we want. So if we have a different layout another week, we can go back and unflatten and change it. Let's go ahead and enter in a sticker, the size that will fit a box in the Happy Planner. We'll change it to, whoops, first we need to unlock this lock so we can change it from a square. 1.5, I think that's right, and 2.25. Let's change the color. Make it this color. And I'm going to drag all of these. Select them all so you can drag them together. So let's select this one, move it to the back. Okay, and I think that's exactly where I want them. So we can select that and flatten. So now this will be a sticker with check boxes on it. You can do hearts here or stars or anything you want. You can do any image. There's tons of images. You can also add words. Actually, I don't want those boxes. So let's unflatten. Let's click it, unflatten. I want stars. I don't know, I just like stars. So let's just make stars as my checkbox. Duplicate, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's align horizontally and distribute vertically. There we go. Oh, I should have, before I duplicated them, I should have changed the color. Because now I have to go back and do each one. Or I guess I could sync. There, that's faster. Okay, so let's put this on here. Select them all, move them over. Let's go ahead and do another sticker. Let's just insert a shape. We'll do like a little title sticker we can put on the top that says to do. Unclick the lock. Oh, you know what we didn't do here though? We didn't flatten it because I was going to put words. I decided not to. So go back to the layers panel and flatten. So there, we got a sticker. And let's use this for size. Let me show you how to upload an image. Like if you have digital paper, you can upload that. So I'm going to click print and then click on patterns. There's tons of patterns in here, but I'm going to go to my uploaded ones. These are all from my digital paper. I'm going to click that one and I'm going to click edit. I don't want it to look like that. So we're going to edit it and we're going to make it bigger. Let me make it this big and move it the other way. Okay, then you just kind of get it where you want it. I think that's good. Let's put a word in there. It doesn't match my green and purple, I know that. But it's pretty. Let's do to do. Let's pick something cooler. Okay, let's go through these. Maybe the chalkboard font. That's kind of cute. Don't like the color. Let's change the color. I want it more yellow on top of that pink. And I know it does not match this at all. I'm just showing you guys what you can do. So now if you want that to print on there, you can select this You can put a shadow behind it also if you wanted. You can select that and click Shift or Command on a Mac and then select this. So you have them both selected, and you can see over here the layers panel, these are selected and this is selected. And then we can flatten. Now let's go to Go and see what happens. This isn't how I want it to look. This is wasting paper. So let's go back and I'll show you how to fix it so you don't waste any paper at all. Okay, now let me show you how you can print them all how you want them so you're not wasting any paper. Okay, I'm going to move this over here and I'm going to save space by putting it up here. And you can lay things out any way you want to. I think I'm going to turn this one too. And I might duplicate that a few more times just so I'm not wasting any. And if you want to make sure you have the correct size behind it so you can use the maximum amount of space on your sticker paper, you can set canvas. And I'm going to go over here to search and go to basic because there are so many canvases. And then I'm going to go over here to canvas. And I'm going to set my own dimensions, and I'm going to go width to 5.5 and height to 8. I think you can go 6 by 8.5, but I'm just going to be safe. So you can see the canvas here. It's in white. If it's hard to see, you can change the color of it. So you can click there so you can see it better, and then you can fill up this entire area with stickers. So I can see this all on the screen. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then I'm going to drag this. I'm going to copy these. I'm going to use the arrow keys on my mouse and pull it down. All right. Oh, we can drag these, pull these up, stick them up in the corner. And of course you can make these any way you want. I'm just doing this to show you the video. I'm not actually even going to print these out. And then you have all this room to add even more. We're still not done. Look what happens when we hit go. That's not how we want them. It's wasting all this space here. Okay, let me show you. Once you have this filled up, so you're not wasting any space, with the stickers that you want to use, put a box around them all and click flatten. Now let's hit go. Now it'll print them how we want them. And I have the bleed on, so there's no mistakes in the cutting. If you turn the bleed off, that's how they'll look. But I like to leave it on to make sure there's no white around my stickers. And then you just hit go. When I'm cutting out stickers, I usually turn the dial to vinyl. But there are custom settings to do different kinds of stickers. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. If you missed the last video where I used some of these stickers, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner. Click the little eye. It'll show the video where I used some of these social logo stickers. I didn't actually print them out. I cut them out. Wait guys, don't leave yet. I haven't talked about the giveaway. So here I am at melodylinedesigns.com, and for the giveaway this time, I'm going to give out 5 sets of digital paper. Here is the website, and there are 3 there. Here's the welcome. Here's a video on how to use digital paper. If you have any questions, if you like my digital paper, there are some selections on vinyl, and here's a link right there to that website where you can buy it on vinyl, iron-on vinyl, or glitter vinyl. But let's go back up to catalog so you can choose any 5 digital images you want. Do 1 winner. So you can choose from any of these sets. And there's some free sets for everybody. So here is one. If you watch our show, This Crafty Life Live, this set will give you reminder stickers for your planner. Our show is at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. There is a set in here for 11 a.m., 10 a.m., and 9 a.m. also in the different time zones. So you get to have whatever time zone you're in to remind you. There's also some blank ones. You can use those for other things, or you can write down who our special guest is for that show. These are PNG files that are totally free. And you can upload them to Cricut Design Space, and you can print 2 sets out on a page. Or you can just cut them by hand. Let me show you how the other ones work. So here is a Christmas wintry set. You can choose any set you want, so that means you get everything in the set. The set includes 2 sizes, 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12. It also includes 2 file types in PNGs and JPEG files. This set includes 14. And if you want a closer look, you can just click down here and see it better up here. Scroll the mouse over it to get a close-up. This watermark here will not be on your images that you download. And again, you can choose any 5 sets you want. In order to enter the contest, you have to comment below. Any comment will enter you into the contest. When this set came out, somebody was telling me how this would make wonderful images for stickers, for the planners. So I can't wait to do a butterfly theme this spring in my planner. You can make stickers with these or anything you want. You can use these as images for your Facebook banner or your blog or your Twitter. And here's a sample pack that anybody can download, so you can try it out for yourself. In the sample pack, you don't get so many of each one. You only get one size. Some of them will be 12 by 12 and some of them will be 8.5 by 11. So this is the only one you get, but it's totally free. You just click on Add to Cart, and then it pops up in the cart up here, and then click there. Go to checkout. As you can see, it's $0. So leave a comment below this video on YouTube. So you have to click the video, the little YouTube icon, the bottom of the video. So in order to win, your comment must be on YouTube. If you want to go to my site right now, just click in the upper right-hand corner on the little eye, and it'll have a link to my website. Okay, now back to my video. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support me on Patreon. Jean George, Barbara Wharf, Deborah McGuire, Betty Thomas, Evelyn Webb, Missy Mann, Anne Marie, Lisa Carley, Donna Wright, Carla Brosnan, BB Leak, Lynn Panasco, Misty Kelly, Christy Lewis, Rebecca Romines, Selena Jones, Judy Tomlin, Tamika Coffey, Christy Myers, and Mary Sarkis. Thank you so much, guys.